Ever wonder how Olvera Advisors created their webinar program? How they went from worried about just presenting to creating extremely successful webinars that drove over 600 leads and 24 soft introductions to clients that were ready to purchase. I spoke with Martin Thomas, he's the marketing director for Olvera, about the problem they were facing before coming on board. And they already had a strong brand. They wanted to make sure they could maintain that brand when building out the webinar program. And what we did was we put together a promotion plan. I advised on the landing page and I made sure that there was some collateral and in webinar engagement ideas. These are polls to make sure that their webinar created the most engagement. And I also worked directly with the team before the webinar to make sure that they would look good and sound good and all of their technical questions were answered. They wanted to make sure that they showed up well on the webinar. And after working with us, they were confident that they would. And so here's Martin Thomas on the difference it made to bring in someone with experience for the strategy and planning of the webinar.
Just giving the accountants that are delivering it just a little bit of comfort around that they're delivering it properly, and obviously the energy too. So I think there's a different energy with somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to a webinar, and people have a lot of different misconceptions of what webinars are and what they do, and I think for us at least, it's been very, very crucial.
Before working with me and my team to build out their webinar program, they didn't really know how to practically use webinars to go beyond referral business in a way that maintained their brand. And after the webinar, they had a proven way to conduct the webinars. And not only that, they could show how well the webinars worked. The first webinar drove 311 leads and it led to 11 soft introductions. Plus, they were much more confident in their execution. After the second webinar, which used very specific tactics to double lead conversion from people that registered to actually viewing the webinar, they had 327 more leads and 13 soft introductions. These are people who actually showed up and spend the most valuable resource, which is time. And those are the people that are most likely to convert. So here's a little bit more from Martin about the difference between the two webinars.
I think that the polls that we did in the second one were just, again, chalk and cheese better. I think that the way that we delivered it was better. I think that our marketing was better. I think that the all over the quality and the production quality, which again, that was something which we were looking to increase from the first one. The first one, after me running it, that was a bit of a disaster. I didn't do a very good job. So having that run through the second one, I felt like it was, and in working closely with you, I felt like it was really, yeah, a much better. I think one of the other parts was your introduction to that second safe harbor webinar, which I think might have only been a small input and probably didn't even plan it as much as I think it might have been just kind of sporadic. But I think that was actually really genuinely helpful. I think that sort of set the tone for what we were looking to achieve, and it gave Neil, who was presenting, who was somewhat nervous in the situation, a little bit of again a little bit of comfort around that we were on the right track. And we also had hundreds of people show up too. So I mean that's also really it instills a lot of confidence.
Before deciding to not only create a webinar program, but also to bring our team on board, and our team has experience having done over 1,000 webinars, helping with planning and strategy and execution. Before they did this, they didn't know how to practically go beyond a referral business in a way that maintained their brand. And after the webinar, they know they have a proven way to conduct the webinars, and not only that, they could show how well those webinars worked, right? The first one drove 311 leads, 11 soft introductions, and plus they were much more confident in the execution. And after the second webinar, which used these specific tactics to nearly double lead conversion from registered to viewed, they had 327 more leads and 13 soft introductions, people that actually showed up, spending their most valuable resource, which is time. Those are the most likely ones to convert. So on the overall experience of using our service to put on webinars, this is what Martin had to say.
So that you're a necessity, right? Like it's so what have we got? We've got your energy, we've got your professionalism and your expertise. We've got your coaching. We work together on CPD related items, which are plenty outside of your and my purview even to agree with. So I think that you're going above and beyond for us was man, it made all the difference. And it's given us not just confidence in delivery, but also confidence that we can now do this consistently, and we've got a partner that we can rely on to do it. And before that, everybody talks about doing a webinar, and it's very hard because if you do one, it doesn't come off. Everyone's like, I told you so. So it sort of has this double-edged sword to it, right? But it's like playing golf, right? Everyone can hit a ball, but no one's really good at it. But I think that yeah, I think that with you on board, I think that we're really good at it.
If you want similar results, schedule a call to explore what's possible for your independent financial advisory business. Thank you.